guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the 6th update in my 9 in 2019 project pan. I am legitimately shocked that we are halfway through this year, but it's been actually a really good year, not only for project panning, but just like in general. But yeah, I'm really excited to share with you all of my progress on this project pan. I'm always just focusing on 9 makeup items, and so far I'm feeling like this project pan has been quite successful for me, so I'm really excited to just hop right into the progress. Let's go for it before the blabbering gets out of control. So the first item I have here is actually a product I'm going to be rolling out of this project pan. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Precious Petals. I spoke about this in my introduction to my Mission 100% Cruelty-Free Project Pan. So if you go over to there, you will see why I've decided to roll that into that project instead of this one. I did a poll and asked, should I have it in both or leave it in one or the other, and it just seems to make the most sense in that project pan. So I will not be focusing on it in this project, but I will be rolling something else in its place so that I still have 9 products to focus on. So this guy's leaving this project. I'm still gonna be working on it in another project pan, so it's not like I'm not focusing on it at all. It's just making space for something else here. You probably heard that guy just going like ham with the power saw, so unfortunately if that continues, I'm gonna try to stop filming when I hear it, but this guy's been doing it for like 40 minutes at this point since I literally sat down to start filming. He hasn't stopped, so I'm gonna try to avoid having that in the background, but if you hear it, my apologies. We're just gonna move on. Okay, so we're gonna talk about some products that have been in here since the very beginning. This first item is the Pacifica Transcendent Concentrated Correcting Concealer in the shade Light, and I'm finally seeing some great progress on this. So I don't know if you can tell, but there's a lot of visibility happening through the tube now, and the wand is coming out much more dry than it ever has while working on this product. So I think I might be able to take out the stopper sometime soon. I'm not going to do it quite yet because I'm not ready for making a mess every single morning, but this is a really nice hydrating formula. It's very thin, but it does offer some decent color correcting and hydration under my eyes. So I'm really happy to be working on this, and I think it's gonna last me probably right through till the end of the year. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll have like a couple months where I'm not focusing on this, but realistically, this is probably gonna take me right through until December. And it's not a bad product, I'm just didn't really anticipate that I was going to be working on it for so long when I put it into this project pan, but I'm happy to be working on it and getting the most out of it. So yeah, gonna continue on this for the coming months. And then another product that's been in this project for quite some time, actually from the very beginning, I kind of fucked it up, okay? So this is the Essence Satin Touch Blush in the shade Satin Love. I can't even show it to you because I decided I was gonna try to pry it out of the packaging. Oh my god, yeah, see, it's all like broken. I'm gonna repress it today. I just wanted to show you that I clearly have not yet hit pan on it, but I have created a little bit of a dip. Oh my god, this is so bad. Can you see that? Can you see that now? There's like a little bit of a dip in there. But yeah, I busted it completely trying to get it out of the packaging, because I was sick of having that broken packaging and I wanted to keep it in like my little magnetic palette instead. So I'm gonna repress it. I haven't yet hit pan on it. That is my goal with it. Unfortunately, in repressing it, I am gonna change up the formula just a little bit, and it might make it a little bit easier to hit pan. It might not, who knows, but I just want to show you I have not yet hit that goal. I am gonna repress it simply because I made a mistake. And yeah, so that one is still gonna remain in the project probably for a lot longer as well. Next up is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Taupe. Again, this has been here since the very beginning of this project pan, and I knew it was going to be a slow-going product, no doubt about that, but over this past month I maybe used it 5 or 7 times, so I don't have significant progress to share with you guys. However, you can see the pot is definitely getting emptied out. There still is a couple months worth of product left in here, but I am really excited to see this one through. I never really thought that I would ever finish up a dip brow pomade like this, or like any sort of brow pomade just because of the amount of product that's in it, but damn, does it feel good to be working on it, making really great progress, and seeing it right through to the end feels really nice actually. It's really insightful to see how much value you get out of a potted dip brow pomade like this versus something like a brow pencil. And you know what? I might as well just talk about the brow pencil now since we're kind of chatting about that. So the next item I actually rolled in my last update. This is the NYX Precision Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Ash Brown. It is what I'm wearing through my brows today, and as you can tell, or maybe you can tell, it is a touch too dark for me. It is a nice tone. It is very nice and ashy, but definitely is a little bit too deep for my brows, or at least for my preferences for my brows, and that's why I put it into here. I also didn't have a ton of product left in here, so I wanted to take it on vacation to make it so much easier for application and travel than having something like this, especially a glass jar like this guy. And I didn't end up finishing it because I didn't wear a lot of makeup on vacation at all. So I still have the tiniest little nub, not too much left in here, but I'm definitely gonna have to focus on this for maybe like 2 more weeks. And by the next update, I should have it done. No promises there because I thought I would have it done by this update. Next up is a Milani Conceal and Perfect Powder Foundation. This is in the shade 03 Light Natural Light. And I already hit my goal of hitting pan on this a few months back, but I want to keep focusing on this in this project pan because I have been getting a lot of use out of this and I've been quite enjoying this product. And now that I'm sure you can tell, I do have a lot more of a tan. This actually works as an all-over setting powder for me, whereas before I went on my vacation, I definitely needed to use it more so as a bronze base or to amp up the coverage on my cheeks. I'm also panning 2 full coverage foundation formulas at the moment, so I don't really need this in terms of adding coverage, but I just have been using it to kind of set down, very lightly set down my foundation when I am wearing those full coverage products, and I do like it. I think progress is going to be a little bit slower now, just given the fact that I am panning fuller coverage products. I don't really need a ton of this, and I am panning a different powder foundation in another project, but I've been using that more so just to set my concealer under my eyes and the the primer on my oh my gosh, I've been using that powder foundation to set under my eyes and my eyeshadow primer. Why can't I speak? So progress, yeah, is gonna be a little bit slower with this, but I wanna keep focusing on it and just keep watching like my natural use of this. More so at this point, I'm monitoring my use of it than trying to actively hit a goal because I already hit pan on it. I'm just watching myself expand the pan. I don't aim to finish this by the end of the year by any means. I just think it's nice to have this in this project pan. There's nothing else that I really am craving to work on from my collection over this product, so I'm just gonna keep on working on it. Next up, I just wanna chat about the Too Faced Hangover Primer. I haven't made a ton of progress on this past month simply because I am panning 2 other primers and then I was traveling and I didn't travel with this guy. Also, my skin type is just kind of in flux so much lately. I have sometimes a little bit oily skin, not very oily at all, but just a slightest bit oily. And then I'll have normal skin, then I'll have dry skin, then I'll have oily spots and dry spots and everything. So I can't use this on an every single day basis because of my skin and because of the types of products that I'm trying to focus on in other project pans as well. And I'm not in any sort of major rush to finish this. I just popped this into this project because I do have another full size of it in like backup. So I want to finish this off, but I'm not feeling like a sense of urgency to use it either. So I'm just gonna continue to work on it and see where it goes over the next couple of months. I have only gone down about 1 centimeter, but at least I did use it a few times. There's not much left in here whatsoever at all. Sometimes it's nice to pan just for the sake of like monitoring my purchasing and my usage of products and not necessarily just to like rush use things. So yeah, I'm enjoying that product. I'm happy that it's one of the primers that I have in my rotation because each primer I'm working on kind of is suited for different uses and different temperaments of my skin. So it's kind of been really nice that I chose that one. And then I have another product that I rolled in last update. Actually, these other products I rolled in last update. This is the NYX Butter Lipstick, and this is in the shade Candy Buttons. very little progress on this. The NYX Butter lipsticks, I have said before, they make my lips look quite aged. Like they have a nice like glossy look to them, or like a rich creamy kind of look to them, and yet they really do emphasize the lines of my lips, and I do have quite a bit of aging happening on my lips, which is really unfortunate. So I'm wearing this actually today on top of a Physicians Formula Healthy Lip Liquid Lip, and I really do like the combination of these. It feels nice and smooth, and it kind of lightens up the healthy lip that I'm wearing. So this combination is really nice. I think I will be kind of reaching for these two in combination in order to really work my way through this, but there has been a little bit of progress. I'll share with you guys on the screen, obviously, photos from last month as well as my markings. It'll take me a little while to work on this. I'd love to finish it up throughout the summertime, just given that it is such a bright coral, but if I can wear it like I am wearing it today, I can wear it through the fall as well, and I think it's the kind of product that's super easy to touch up. It's really easy to just like throw on and add to a variety of different lips, but especially I've been really liking it with this one. So yeah, again, just slow progress. And then the last item that is currently in this project pan, again, was rolled in last update. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Charlotte's Genius Magic Powder for under eye and face. I've only been using this under my eyes actually, and honestly I haven't used it all that much. I usually just apply it with a sponge and kind of do a light bake with it, and I do like it. It's just not my favorite powder in my collection. That's why I'm working on it, and it still hasn't settled to a point where I can like make any sort of markings. So I don't know if that's just the powder doesn't want to settle, or if that means that I just really haven't used very much at all so far. So hopefully in the next couple months I can kind of gauge where I'm at. I really don't see any major gaps in the packaging at all, but either way, I have reached for it a handful of times over this past month, and I'm happy to be working on it because, like I said, it's just not my absolute favorite. This is a luxury product and I don't want to let it just go bad. So yeah, I don't dislike it. Actually, over this last month, I think it works really nicely on my skin. It's really nice to set my smile lines as well, and it makes products look a little bit more smooth there. So been really happy that I've been focusing on this. Happy that I decided to add it into a project, even though it is a pricey product and I just want to savor it. Why not make sure I get all of my use out of it, really? So because this Wet n Wild highlighter is going to be leaving this project pan, I'm going to be rolling in one new product, which feels really good, even though I haven't actually hit my goal on anything. It does feel nice to be rolling something new into this project pan. Now this is going to be a longer term product for me for sure, because I have previously had this in a project pan and I struggled. I decided not to put this in my graveyard project pan, and then I've been thinking about it for a couple days and thought, you know what, it'll be perfect in my 9 in 2019. And that product, after all that being said, is this Marc Jacobs setting spray. This is the Recover Perfecting Coconut Setting Mist, and I used this in a previous project pan. I started all the way up at the very top here. I have just erased my old lines, but I started all the way up here and then I worked my way down to pretty much this line just above it actually, and I never loved this product, but I can't part with it. So I decided to kind of play with it a little bit over this past like month and a half. Like in the middle of May, I decided to bust it out, and I don't like it at all as a setting spray. I never really have, but last year when I was using it in my previous project pan, what I did with it is I put it into a Smashbox primer water bottle and I used it as a setting spray then. But I've come to recently discover that I don't totally hate it as more of a priming spray. And that's because this has a slightly tacky, slightly sticky kind of feeling to it. I like it actually underneath the moisturizer to kind of grip my moisturizer onto my skin and hold in the hydration, but I also like it on top of moisturizer or on top of primer to really grip and hold foundation on top. And so I am going to, well, I don't love it that way, but I do like it. I think it works. And so I'm going to focus on it in this project pan for that very reason. I also like that this is a very milky kind of product. It's very refreshing feeling without feeling heavy or hydrating at this time of year. So I think it actually is gonna work out really well for me to focus on this. I'd love to get this used up by the end of 2019. I don't think that is impossible at all. So yeah, I'm gonna focus on this in this project pan. Of course, it's gonna be a long haul product for me. It may take me the rest of the year. We will see. I might actually end up falling in love with it and just flying through it. Who freaking knows? But I am excited to be working on this, and I'm actually feeling like I have a really good balance of products that I'm focusing on in this project pan. Not only do I have some drugstore high-end, but I have a good range of like a full face of products as well. So I'm really happy with where this project is sitting at the moment, other than the fact that I busted up that blush. So I'm gonna be repressing that. I will include pictures of what it's like right now versus pictures of what it's like when it's repressed. So I really don't know what to expect in terms of progress for the next month, but I am gonna try to do an update actually right before the end of July, so within like the next 3 weeks. And hopefully we'll see some decent progress within that time. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.